Hi, I'm Jo from J.H.Leather, and in this video I'm going to show you how to cut points. Let's get started. Okay, so the first point we will be making is a bridal point. So you want to square the end of your scrap of leather. So once you've squared the end of your leather, you're going to want to mark how far back you want your point to be. So generally I add about 1/8 of an inch to the overall width of the strap. And if you were doing this on a bridal, you would carry that across all of your straps from the widest one available. So if you had a 3/4 inch strap, your 5/8 and 1/2 inch would be set the same. So once you know the overall width, you can then mark that back plus 1/8 along your strap and draw a little line at the edge of your leather. And then we're going to want to mark how far in we're going to go. So on 3/4 of an inch of the strap and above, I generally go in about 1/8 of an inch. And then for sort of straps less than that, I will go in about 1/16 of an inch. So they sort of all look in proportion. Once you've got your marks on, you can then join them up with your ruler. And then using your head knife, you can cut along these lines. So you want to make sure you also nick the corners because they can get sort of damaged and bashed around a bit over time. So by nicking them, you sort of reduce that happening. And that is how you make a bridal point. So the next point we're going to go on to is the egg point. So you'll see I use these a lot in my leather work. And when you get used to it, you can freehand it. But whilst you're getting out, the easiest way to do this is to mark the centre of the strap on both the grain and the flesh side. And then mark a distance back. Depending on the width of your strap will depend how far back you're going. This is a 3/4 of an inch strap, and I'm going to go back 1/2 an inch. But this is sort of dependent on your taste. You can go further back if you want, or if you want a more rounded point, you can sort of go closer to the end of your strap. So once you've got your marks on, you then want to find a round object that you can use to draw around. So in my case, this is going to be this 2p coin. And we're just going to use the corner of that, the round edge, so we can join our 2 points together. And then we're going to move it over and do the same on the other side. And we're also going to flip the strap over and do the same markings out on the flesh side. Now the reason we do this is because it's easier to cut this out if you cut from both sides of your strap. So by drawing your marks on both sides, you will have a guideline to follow. So once you have marked it out, you want to grab your knife and then you can cut along the line that you've drawn, and you should get perfect egg points every time. So another point you can do is what is called a dagger point. So again, we're going to mark the centre of our strap and then mark a distance back. I'm using, again, a 3/4 of an inch strap here, and I'm going to measure it back 1/2 an inch. And draw a little line at the edge of both sides of your leather. You can then, using your ruler, draw a line between the 2 marks. And then once you've got it marked out, you can then cut this out. So this is what's usually used on a lot of rein ends, but you can use it sort of wherever you want really. Just making sure you nick the end of the point so it doesn't get damaged in any way. Finally, you can make it up as you go. So I've seen a few sort of videos online where they'll just have a sort of slanted edge like this on a strap, which does it very good. You just want to make sure you cut or nick the end off any sharp edges so that they don't get damaged. So anyway, once you've cut all your points out, you can edge and stain and crease them, and you should have something that looks a little bit like these 4. If you like the video, please click the thumbs up button and subscribe for more videos and tutorials, and I'll see you in the next episode.